That's it, guys. Okay. So any questions, any doubts? So I can ask more, lot of questions, but we don't have time. Let's see. Okay. So when we have time, I'll ask some questions on the installations. So any questions, any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll continue the installation. Right. So yesterday we just installed SQL Server, right? Yesterday we just installed only SQL Server. So is it fine? Can I connect to my SQL Server now?
Sir.
I
No,
want to,
No,
sir.
sir.
yeah, I want to connect to
Because
the SQL
No,
Server, right?
sir.
Yes.
SSMS is not available.
Very good. Okay. So I want to work with my SQL Server. So now I just installed only server, guys. I told you, right? Every software will have client and server architecture. Every software will have client server architecture. So we have successfully installed server. To connect to my server, I should have one client, guys. Client is just a tool. It's an interface between the SQL Server and you. Okay. So now I have to install the client. What is the client for SQL Server?
SSMS, sir.
SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, guys. Okay, SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so this SQL Server Management Studio is a client. Okay, it's just a client to connect to the SQL servers, existing SQL servers, guys. Okay, without Management Studio, I cannot connect to my SQL Server. Okay, so listen carefully. Without Management Studio, I cannot connect to my SQL Server. Up to SQL Server 2016, up to SQL Server 2016. Okay, SSMS or Management Studio is part of your installation. SSMS or Management Studio is part of the installation. Okay, when you install SQL Server, in the shared features, there is one more shared feature called Management Tools. Okay, so up to SQL Server 2016, up to SQL Server 2016 means up to SQL Server 2014, up to SQL Server 2014. Okay, your Management Studio is part of your SQL Server installation. In the shared features, there is an extra feature called Management Tools. You have to select this Management Tools. Then almost once you selected this Management Tools, then your SQL Server Management Studio will be installed automatically. Okay, till which version? Up to SQL 2014, guys. From 2016 onwards, okay, this Management Studio is separated from 2016. Okay, from 2016 onwards, Management Studio is separated. So you have to again extra, you have to download this Management Studio separately. You have to download it from the Google. Okay, once you downloaded the Management Studio, then you can install it. Then only you can connect to the instance, guys. Yesterday we have installed one instance, right? Default instance. Then only we can connect to that particular instance. Okay, so I'll just show you how the Management Studio will be. Like how we have SQL Server versions, in the same way Management Studio is also having versions. Management Studio 16, Management Studio 17, Management Studio 18. The latest version is Management Studio 18, guys, 18.10. The latest version. Sometimes, very rarely, I told you, right, interviewers will test your knowledge, whether you are a real DBA or a fake DBA. Sometimes you cannot expect this question. They will ask what Management Studio version you are using. Okay, so Management Studio version like Management Studio 16 we have, Management Studio 17 we have, Management Studio 18 we have. Okay, so the latest version is Management Studio 18, guys. Okay, right. So up to 2014, this Management Studio is inbuilt in the SQL Server installation. During installation, you have to select management tools during installation. But from 2016 onwards, this Management Studio is separated. Management Studio you have to download separately from the Microsoft website. Once you have downloaded, you can start installing Management Studio, guys. Okay, clear? So it's very easy. Installation of Management Studio is nothing. Okay, you can see this one. Earlier we have already discussed about this window, right? Management Studio. So Management Studio will help you to connect to the running SQL servers. If the SQL server is not running, you cannot connect to the SQL server using Management Studio. I want to talk to my server. How can I talk to my server? Using Management Studio. Management Studio is an interface between you and the SQL server, guys. Is it clear about Management Studio? So this is how it look like Management Studio. Once you install, then you will get this Management Studio. It will ask the server name to connect, to which server I have to connect, to which component I have to connect, database engine or analysis services or reporting services or integration services, to which component I have to connect. So as a DBA, 99.99% we have to connect to database engine only. As a DBS, we will connect to database engine only. Okay. So here you can see database engine. If customer is having any issues with analysis, reporting and integration, then you can choose that component and you can connect to that particular services also. But as a DBA, our work will be there mainly on database engine only. Here you have to provide the server name to which server I want to connect. Why? Because in my machine, I might have 2 instances, I might have 10 instances, I might have 20 instances. To which instance I want to talk? You have to provide the instance name or SQL server name. Okay, how you want to connect? There are two ways. One is Windows authentication, second one is SQL server authentication. Mainly these two are two ways, guys. Mainly we can see these two, okay, authentication modes, Windows and SQL server authentication. As of now, use Windows authentication. Later I'll explain what is Windows, what is mixed mode, what is SQL authentication. Then you can identify the differences between Windows and SQL authentication. Okay. Then if I click connect, I can connect to the SQL server, guys. But what is the condition? If I want to connect, the SQL server should be up and running, guys. Agree? Agree, guys? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Right? So now I will install the
Yes, sir. Yes,
management
sir.
studio. Now I will install the management studio, guys. So if it is Azure VM, guys, people are facing trouble opening Internet Explorer in the Azure VM. I don't know what's happening. You people are trying in your local laptop. Okay. Why you are opening Internet Explorer in the local laptop? You have to download the software. See, here also you are getting, okay, Internet Explorer app. But people are trouble, they are facing trouble in opening the Internet Explorer. So we don't open Internet Explorer in the local laptop. I want to download the software to my Azure VM. So where I have to open the Internet Explorer, guys? In the local laptop or in your Azure VM?
Azure VM, sir.
Azure VM, agreed. Okay. So here also, why you are facing difficulties? It's very small thing, right? So if you go to the Azure VM, okay, simply this is my Azure VM 20.106.31.68. You will hit the Windows button. You can see itself Internet Explorer. Yesterday, 3 to 4 people pinged me for this option. Sir, I am unable to get the Internet Explorer. So not an issue. See, I'm not criticizing anyone. You can ask if you have any doubts, but it's very small thing. Okay. Sometimes we have to learn by just exploring the things. Okay. Where we have to download the SQL Server software, I have to download it in the Azure VM. Right. So where I have to open my Internet Explorer, Internet Explorer is a browser which will help you to download the software. Right. So you have to open Internet Explorer in the Azure VM. Simply you will just hit Windows button, just Windows button. You can see still, if you don't see, no issues, just Windows button and type Internet Explorer. Okay, you will get it. Just if you type enter itself, you will get it. Okay, just try to explore, guys. See, that's not an issue. I'm happy to explain again, but I'm worrying, guys, small things, right? So why they are not trying by their own? Now you are professionals. Now you are professionals, guys. Okay, forget about your background and all, forget about your whatever, like your education and all. Now we are professionals. Okay, we have to try from our side by our own. Okay, so it's not a difficult thing, right? Just type Internet Explorer. Okay, no issues, Roja, no issues. Okay, so done. Just a minute, guys, let me open this one. Yes, okay, so this is my local VM and this is my 192 VM. This is my Azure VM. Okay, so you can see Azure, in the Azure VM you can see Internet Explorer. Now I want to download Ssms. Okay, so just go to the Internet Explorer. Sometimes you will get recommended settings and all. Just click on ask me later. Okay, no issues. Open this Internet Explorer in your Azure VM. Okay, so just type Google. Open the Google, guys, google.com. Then you can type download. Okay, download SQL Server Management Studio. You can see here the suggestion. Okay, just click on the SQL Server Management Studio. You can see the first website, docs.microsoft.com. Just open this first website. Just little bit go down. You can see here free download of SQL Server Management Studio SSMS. It's free, guys. No need to pay any money. Okay, you can just download. You can see the version is 18.10. Okay, just click on that link. Now it will go to the download link. Okay, you can see here run save. Just click on save, guys. Okay, automatically it will be downloaded in your Azure VM. This is how you have to download Management Studio in your Azure VM. Okay, done. Right, so I'm going to use my Oracle VirtualBox VM. So Oracle VirtualBox also you can do the same thing. If you connect it to the internet, if you are connected to the what we can say, RDP. Okay, if you are connected to the server using RDP, then also you can do the same thing. You can open Internet Explorer and you can just type Management Studio. I have already downloaded my Management Studio. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy my Management Studio from my local laptop to the Azure, not Azure, Oracle VM, guys. Okay, let me copy the software from my local laptop. SSMS, this is just a ISO image. Okay, so right click copy. Let me go to the my local VM. Okay, Oracle VM. I'm going to paste it on my desktop, guys. You can still download from the Internet Explorer also. In the Oracle VM also, you can download from the Internet Explorer. If you are facing any difficulties, open Internet Explorer here. This is my old SSMS, guys. For the latest SSMS, you can download it from your Internet Explorer. Google.com. Yes, correct. In the organization, all the softwares will get it from the shared location only. Okay, in the organization, we'll get all the softwares from shared location only. Okay, even SSMS also you'll get it from shared location only. So we are not getting this one. Internet Explorer enable security configuration is enabled. Okay, not an issue. Okay, google.com we are not getting. You have to click lot of OKs. Okay, in your Oracle VirtualBox Manager, there is a more security, guys. Okay, so lot of times you will get this kind of screens. Always you have to click add, okay, add again, okay, close,
Always
like
we
this. How
can
many pop-ups?
enable
Yeah,
that,
yes.
enable internet setting.
Internet settings also you
Internet
can do
Explorer,
that.
yes.
Correct, correct. Okay, so you can do that, guys. So otherwise you will get lot of pop-ups like this. Okay, you can just go to the add and click add again and then close again. Lot of pop-ups you will get. Okay, add like that of almost 10 to 15 pop-ups you will get it, guys. Okay, so finally you will get the Google and you can type Oracle VirtualBox Manager and you can download it, guys. Okay, it is still copying. What is the status? Let me check. Okay, it is taking a lot of time. So where we can change the settings, guys? Internet Explorer settings.
Yes, sir, right and top.
Go to settings, sir, right top.
Okay. Let me click add to keep on coming this kind of settings and all. Settings.
Yes.
1 minute, it's not accessing. Okay. Next. Next, guys. After go to settings, what we have to do? Which option we have to select, guys?
Management Studio, what is it?
SQL Server Management Studio we have to select.
No, sir. Actually,
No, no,
properties. Maybe there somewhere.
Zoom, add in view, downloads, manage add-ons. Compatibility view setting.
Internet
Internet options.
options.
Okay. Internet Explorer is slow in the Oracle box. No issues. Okay. Let it download. Let it copy, guys. No issues. Any other questions? Very slow. Security, na?
Yes, sir. Here, I mean general
General.
internet here. Internet, sir. Selected zone here is there, na? Selected.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. 1 minute. It's disconnecting. Yes, nothing I'm doing. I'm just copying the management studio. Okay. It's not part of the SQL server. Usually you can copy the software in the organization from your shared location.
Yes, internet. Custom level. Here, custom level.
Enable protected mode. Okay. Apply. Okay, na?
Okay.
Don't switch. SQL Server Management Studio again.
Yeah, custom. Down you have to enable internet explorer.
Enable Internet Explorer. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Enable Internet Explorer.
Down. 1 minute, sir.
Yes, you are correct. Okay, so I'm unable to copy.
Download. Yeah, download. Downloads. 1 second.
You want me to go down? Downloads, huh?
Yeah, downloads. This is a file download enable.
Okay. Font file download enable. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. And apply and okay. Let's see this time whether it is again asking. Okay. SQL Server Management Studio. docs.microsoft.com. Again, issues. I have to add 10-15 sites like this. Once I disable the protected mode, automatically it will okay, open the website.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it will create the issues. Machine itself is too slow. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, let me attach the SSMS ISO image, guys. Okay, I don't want to confuse you all. Let me go to my Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay, go to the settings. Right, go to the storage. Earlier we have SQL Server software. Right now we are going to attach SSMS ISO image, guys. Let me click OK. Okay, done. And let me go to the virtual machine. Done. Right. Right. You can open your particular my computer. Open my computer. The machine itself is too slow, guys. What happened? Let me check. Because of 2 GB RAM or what? Some non-SQL process is taking more CPU. Okay, so SSMS is attached in my D drive, guys. Okay, right click, open. Installing SSMS is very easy. Okay, just simply open the Management Studio, guys. Right click on it, run as administrator. Okay, so you will get only one option called install option, guys. You will get only one option called install. You don't get any other options. No need to choose any options like SQL Server installation and all. Simply click on install button. It will install, guys. Okay, that is how we are going to install SQL Server Management Studio in the organization also. But Copy process is different. Here we are going to attach or download, right? Management Studio and all other softwares. In the organization, we have a shared location. In the shared location, will have latest SSMS. Just copy the SSMS latest SSMS from your shared location to the particular server so that you can start installing. Okay, so you will get like this: Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio with Azure Data Studio. You will get only one option. Click on install, guys. That's it. Sometimes at the place of install, you can see restart also. You cannot see install option. Okay, you can see restart means the Windows server is looking for installation. Once SQL Server installation is completed, you have to restart the Windows server, right, guys? Once SQL Server installation is completed, restart the Windows server, then only you can install your Management Studio. Otherwise, you don't see install button. You will simply see restart button. Okay, if you see restart button, then it is asking us to restart the Windows machine. Restart the Windows machine, and then you can install the Management Studio again. So before Management Studio also, it's always better to restart your Windows machine, like SQL Server. Okay, before installing SQL Server, how we are going to restart the Windows machine. After installation of SQL Server, how we are going to restart the Windows machine. In the same way, before installing Management Studio, you have to restart the Windows machine. After installation of Management Studio also, you have to restart the Windows machine, guys. Okay, so let it be. You have to simply click on install button. It will start installing. It's the old version 18.8. So we have already installed new version in our Azure VM, guys. Earlier I have already installed. So what I can do, let me go to my Azure VM. Okay, so once you install the Management Studio, what you can do, guys, you can simply, how to open Management Studio, just hit the Windows button, guys. Whatever I am doing, that you have to do in the Azure VMs. If you are doing in the Azure VMs, if you are practicing in the Azure VMs, or whatever I am doing, that you have to do it on your Oracle VM. Oracle VM. In the local laptop, we don't do anything, guys. Seriously, we don't do anything. We'll simply connect to the particular, what we can say, meetings only. In the local laptop, nothing to do. And in case if you want to connect to the server remotely, we'll use MSTSC in your local laptop. Only for MSTSC or remote desktop purpose, we'll use our local laptop. Nothing we are going to do in the local laptop. No options we are going to open in the local laptop. Okay, everything either we can do it on your Azure VM if you are practicing on Azure, or on Oracle VM if you are practicing on Oracle VM, guys. Okay, fine. So once you just hit the Windows button, you can see Management Studio here itself. If not, type SS, just SS. Just SS. Okay, you can see the Management Studio, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. The complete shortcut is SSMS. Okay, if you type SSMS also, you will get this Management Studio. Or if you just type SS also, you will get the Management Studio. Okay, so when you will get this Management Studio, guys, once you install, then only you will get the Management Studio. Otherwise, you don't get the Management Studio. Install the Management Studio and just hit the Windows button and just type SS or SSMS. The shortcut for older versions up to 2014, how to open Management Studio the same way. Okay, either you can just hit the Windows button, you can type SSMS. Okay, or else open run, guys, and type SSMS. In the run, you have to type SSMS. Okay, hit enter, then you will get this. Okay, Management Studio. So this shortcut will work up to SQL Server 2016. From 2017 onwards, you have to hit the Windows button. Either you can choose it from there. If you don't see, just type SS. Okay, in the start button, automatically the Management Studio will open, guys. Okay, once SSMS is installed, this is your Oracle VirtualBox. It is showing the progress, work in progress. Currently we have installed, right? So let's go to our, this is my local SSMS. Let's go to the Azure VM. So if you see here, this is my Azure VM SSMS, guys. Just 1 minute, let me, yeah, this is my Azure VM SSMS. Okay, you can see here, this is my Azure VM SSMS. Right, agree. So the database engine, server type is database engine, guys. While connecting to the server, I have to choose database engine only. I'm not connecting to analysis or reporting services or integration services. I am simply connecting to the database engine. My instance name is this one. Okay, Shanmukh IT Acad. Okay, this is the instance name. Actually, IT Academy, it should be IT Academy. Okay, but it took only 15 characters, right? So that's why you can see here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15 characters, guys. right? And just click connect. So to which instance I have connected, guys? Default instance or named instance?
Default instance, sir.
Default instance only. Okay, how we can came to know that is a default instance?
Sir, because there are the computer name showing.
Very good. Okay, so how to find the computer name, guys? What is the query to find the computer name?
Sir, there are the two way. There are the two way. One is simply type host
info.
name, and the second one is right click
System information, sir.
system information.
Yes. Okay, so if you see here, SHANMUKHITACADE. If you see here, SHANMUKHITACADE. Please mute it, guys. Okay, please mute it. Please mute it. Please mute it. Let me mute you all. Okay, done. Okay. Ravindra. Okay, okay, no issues. Fine. Right. So if you see here, this is my computer name, guys. That's why this is the default instance. Okay. If it is a named instance, guys, how to connect to the named instance, guys? So if you want to connect to the named instance, this is how we are going to connect, guys. Computer name. Here you have to provide computer name / instance name, guys. Instance name. SQL Server instance name. Okay. So first you have to provide the computer name, and then you have to provide instance name. This is how we'll connect to the named instances. For default instance, we'll simply connect to the computer name only. Okay, for default instance, we'll simply connect to the computer name only. Like this, we'll give the computer name means you have to give the computer name. Okay, don't try to connect with. If you click connect button, tell me, guys, can I connect now?
No, sir.
No,
No,
we
sir.
cannot connect, right? There is no such instance. There is no instance name of computer name. Okay, I have to either provide the computer name just to show you. Okay, I'm trying to connect. So if there is no instance, if you give the wrong instance, if the instance is not up and running, in all these cases, if there is no instance, if you gave the wrong instance name, if the instance is not up and running, then in all these three cases, you will get an error, guys. This is the error you are going to get it. Okay, cannot connect to computer name. A network related or instance specific error occurred while establishing a connection to SQL Server. Means it is unable to establish connection to this computer name. Please mute it, guys. To this particular instance name. Why? Because there is no such instance. Okay, there is no such instance. Or if my instance is not running, if my instance is stopped, in such situation also you will get this error, guys. Very big error. Error 53. You will get this error, guys. Okay, if your instance is not up and running, if you gave the wrong instance name, and what is the other condition, guys? If you gave the wrong instance name,
Network, sir, TCP
yeah,
IP protocol is not enabled.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That is also possible reason, but I'll tell you later. Okay, so the main basic three reasons are: you gave the wrong instance name, or the instance is not installed, or or what else?
Not
The
running,
instance
sir.
is not up and running. Okay, in all these three cases, you will get this error, guys, a network related instance error. Okay, chalo, let's cancel it. So this is how we are going to connect to the default instance. Any other way we can connect to the default instance, guys? Do we have any other way to connect to the default instance? And if you see here, this is my object explorer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is my
More way.
object explorer. Yeah, this is my object explorer, guys. You can see all the connected instances in this location. You can see all the connected instances. How many instances are connected? You can see all the instances here. This is your, you can see like a charging button. Don't think like this is charging to the SQL Server. It's just a connect button, guys. Okay, so connect button, this is disconnect button. This in the latest versions you can see. For the older versions you can see like this, a computer. Okay, this is connect button. Right, once you connected, you can see a disconnect button will be highlighted. Okay, if you see here, now you can see connect button is highlighted, right? Once you just connect to any instance, disconnect button will be highlighted. For older versions, you can see options like this: connect button, disconnect button. I want to connect to the SQL Server, click on this. Okay, give the instance name, click connect. Okay, I want to disconnect the existing instance, just disconnect it. Select the instance and disconnect it. Again, I want to connect, please mute it, guys.
लगा
You are muted, guys. You all are muted. In case of any questions, you can unmute and let me know. Right. So these are the connect button and disconnect button. For the latest SSMS, it was changed like this. The icons are changed like this. Okay. This is your connect button. You can connect to the existing instance. Okay. Or else, if I want to disconnect from this instance, select this instance and disconnect it, guys. So connect and disconnect not an issue. It's like turning on the fan, turning off the fan, turning on the light, turning off the light, guys. That's it. Whenever there is a need, you will connect to the server. Once your work is completed, you will disconnect from the server. That's it, guys. Disconnect means don't think it will stop the SQL server. Okay. Disconnect means simply it will be disappeared from your management studio. That's it. Agree, guys? Disconnect is it don't give you any impact, guys. Disconnect means simply it is going to disconnect from your management studio. Again, if I want to work on another server, click on connect button, give the server name, and you can work on it. Once your work is completed, of course, we are going to disconnect it, guys, or you can close the management studio. No issues. Okay, guys. So if you see here, this is my management studio. This is the SQL server that we have installed, and you can see databases. As of now, there are no databases. Security, guys. Security, I want to give access to anyone. I can give access using security section, guys, creating logins and all. Okay. So security, server objects, replication feature, guys. It's an important HADR feature. I'll explain about this replication later. And we can see a lot of other features also, like always on and all. Always on is also an excellent HADR feature, high availability disaster recovery feature. We'll discuss about this always on later. And like other objects like management studio, integration services, catalog, SQL Server agent, like these are the different options. By default, once you install one SQL Server, by default, you will get all these features, all these options, all these objects, guys. Is it clear? I want to refresh the SQL Server. Select this instance, refresh it. Whatever you are doing, any changes you are doing, you have to refresh the SQL Server, guys. Otherwise, the changes you cannot see in the management studio. Whatever you are doing, like how you are refreshing your server or your system, right? You will simply refresh your system, right? Right click, refresh and all. You will do refresh, right? So how you are refreshing your laptop, in the same way, if I want to refresh my SQL Server, what I have to do, guys? There is a refresh button. Select the instance and refresh it. Automatically the server is going to be refreshed, guys. And of course, whenever you are doing anything, you have to refresh. Don't forget, guys. Now I want to check the version of this SQL Server. How can I check the version, guys? Now tell me step by step, please.
In new query, select at the rate of
version.
Very good, very good. Okay, so now I can now I want to open new query window. Okay, I want to write the queries, right? I want to write the queries. Yes. Okay, so right click on it. You can choose new query window, or select the instance, choose new query window. Or if you see here, yeah, if you keep your cursor here, you can see Control plus N is the shortcut. Select the instance, use Control plus N. Okay, so you can adjust this bar. Okay, left or right side, no issues. Let me maximize the font. Right, now I want to see the version, right? Select at version. How can I find edition, guys? What is the query to find the edition?
Same query, sir.
Same query. Select at version itself. I can find the
Yes,
edition
sir.
of the SQL Server also. Now how to execute this query, guys? Can you help me? I want to execute this
There
query.
are, sir, 4 ways. First one is execute button,
Correct.
and the shortcut key
F5.
F5,
Okay.
Control X and Control E.
Oh, Control X and Control
Alt
E.
X plus Control E.
Okay, so I can use Alt X, guys. Alt plus X is one shortcut. Execute is one shortcut. F5, if you keep your cursor here, you can see one more shortcut is F5 button, function keys F5. Okay, so let me use Alt X. Okay, I'm going to use Alt X. Before running this query, I want to check whether this query is right or wrong. How can I check it, guys?
Parse. Sir,
Yes,
this
okay.
is the sign symbol.
Yes, correct. Okay, if you see here, guys, there is a, yes, correct. Okay, if you see here, there is a symbol called a tick mark. Okay, so whatever queries you are running, before running, I want to check whether it is correct or wrong, sir. That is called parsing. Okay, so you can see one option called parse option. If you just run this, it will tell you command completed successfully. If any wrong is there, for example, I want to give the wrong command. Okay, this is not correct command. Okay, if I parse it, it will tell you the error, guys. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it is not showing the error, but usually it will tell you the error. And of course, you can see the error here also. Could not find stored procedure. Okay, so if you see here, there is a red mark. Red mark means this is an error, guys. Something wrong is there here. Okay, if you see red mark in the query or script, means something wrong is there. Okay, so let me write again SCLECT, right? SCLECT, right? The red mark will be gone, guys. Okay, so this is how you can identify the errors and all. But you can use this parse button. Parse will help you to find out any errors or any spelling mistakes are there. Everything it will help you, guys. Okay, so let me check like this. Select star from sys dot databases. Actually, that is databases. The command is databases, but I'm going to give only database, guys. Okay, I'm just giving the wrong command. Let me parse it. Okay, so if you see here, incorrect syntax near the keyword database, it is saying there is an incorrect syntax. Okay, what is the correct syntax? You have to add databases. Select this query. Okay, now if you parse it, now you can see command completed successfully. If you parse means it don't execute, guys. Parse means it will simply show you whether your command is correct or wrong. That's it. Your parse option will simply tell you whether your command or scripts are correct or wrong. So you can parse, okay, the query at any time, any moment. You can parse the whole script at any moment, guys. No issues. You can use this parse option. But if you execute it, it is going to execute, guys. Okay, so this is the output for this query. Select star from sys.database. Forget about this query, okay? Just to show you the parse feature, I just used this query. Later we'll discuss about this query, guys. Is it clear how to open a session in the management studio? How to run command, how to execute the command, how to parse the command. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, please.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Everyone. How to connect, how to disconnect, how to refresh the server. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good. Okay. So I want to connect to this is my default instance, right? There are a lot of ways to connect to my default instance, guys. There are a lot of ways. Okay. One way is computer name you can give. Second way is dot, guys. Just a simple dot you can give. Just dot. I hope you cannot see the dot, but I just gave a single dot. Just click on connect, guys. I can connect using this dot. I can also use local.
Local.
Okay. So local, you have to keep it in the brackets. Just keep it in the brackets. This is one bracket. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So you have to give local like this. Local. Control C. Let me paste you here. Okay.
Local host.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how you have to give. Okay. Right. So let me connect to the management studio again. Connect button. You have to give local. Okay. Control V. Connect. This is also one way of giving instance name for default instance. And you can also give local host, guys. Local host. Okay. This is also one way of giving instance name. See, guys, how many instances are there in my SQL Server Management Studio now? How many I can see? 1,
Yes, sir.
Only one.
2,
4.
3,
Only one.
and
Logically-
4. Right? So
Log-
I just installed only one
Logically are
instance,
4,
right?
physically are 1.
Why I can see 4? I can minimize this button. Minimize. Okay, now you can see the four instances. Okay, right? So now tell me, guys, how many instances are installed in my machine? 1 or 4?